I used to love the story. My dad used to tell me how he reunited with James Turk Torello. One night he got off work at the railroad, went to a bar in Melrose Park, and who walks in with their entourage? Jimmy Torello. He recognized my dad. They were surprised to see each other. They started talking, reminiscing, and laughing. They haven't seen each other since the Marine Corps. He bought my dad and his friends all around the drinks. They said goodbye. My dad had no idea he was an upcoming mob boss. My dad used to tell me all these amazing stories about legendary Marine men like Chester Pooley, Audie Murphy. He also said that James Turk Torello was by far the toughest Marine. My dad was in the Marine Corps with tough kids from Philly, Detroit, Cleveland, New York City, kids that grew up in gangs. He said Turk was by far the toughest Marine he ever met, and sometimes they would challenge Turk to a fight, but they would back down knowing not to fuck with him. Nobody messed with Turk. My dad fought at the Chosin Reservoir with James Turk Torello. He lost 6 of his toes to frostbite. It was freezing, frigid, cold conditions. My dad said that James Torello was one of the bravest Marines out there, and his leadership not only saved my dad, but saved probably 15, 16 other young Marines. Sam Giancana ordered James Turk Torello and Jackie Cerrone to kill a guy down in Florida. They were going to kill him, chop him up, and throw his body parts into the Atlantic Ocean for shark food. He also ordered Turk to torture, kidnap, and kill William Axon Jackson because he thought he was a snitch. There's Jackie the Lackey, a heavyweight. I heard from several of the guys in the neighborhood what a sharp dresser he was. He was right under Tony Arcardo and Turk Torello's partner in crime, if you will. Him and Jimmy Turk did a lot of heavy work together. When they tortured Axon Jackson, they were actually laughing about how bad he smelled when he shit himself. This man's family is a legend in the Grand Avenue, Elmwood Park area. Now, most of us know the story of this guy here, this poor bastard, William Axon Jackson. He was a top enforcer, killer for Sam Giancana back in the day. Giancana was so paranoid, he actually thought this guy was an FBI informant. So he had Jackie Cerrone, Turk Torello, Battaglia, and a few other men. They kidnapped them, torched them, eventually killed them. And Turk Torello questioned if the guy was a snitch or not. Now, when my dad was in the Marine Corps with Turk Torello, he had no idea that this guy was connected to the outfit at all. Even after he seen him at Melrose Park, my dad found out many years later, shortly before he died, that he was an upcoming mob boss. Turk Torello was a captain in the 26th Street crew, started out as a bouncer, then collector, and top enforcer for the Chicago outfit. Here's a nice old date night photo. You got Turk Torello with his wife Doodles. And you got Tony Spilaccia with his wife back during the good old days. Turk Torello's rap sheet consists of auto theft, armed robbery, burglary, hijacking. He was accused in several outfit murders, but never convicted of any. Upcoming boss. Now, during the family secret trial, the prosecution showed this photo, saying that this was actually the making ceremony of Joey Lombardo. On the stand, Joey denied it. He also denied knowing any of the men in the photo except Iupa and Tony Arcardo, who he said he went fishing, he golfed with. They were real good fellas. He denied knowing Cesar DeVarco. Mitch March says, hey, isn't it true he had a beef with Cesar DeVarco over business? And then when it came to Turk, he said, what do you mean, that fat guy? The whole courtroom started laughing. Now, James Turk Torello and some of the outfit bosses wanted to know if Nicholas DeAndrea was involved or any knowledge of the attempted hit on Al Palato, boss of the Chicago Heights crew. Nick Calabrese testified that it was Turk, Sam Carlisi, Little Jimmy, Nick, and one or two other guys. They grabbed them, kidnapped them, and eventually killed them. Now, according to Nick Calabrese, when he testified on the stand, He said that James Turk Torello and Sam Carlisi, upcoming boss at the time, wanted to interrogate Nicholas D'Andrea, and that Jimmy Torello was part of the hit team that kidnapped D'Andrea, and Sam Carlisi got a little carried away and gun butted him, and ended up killing him. Here's Bobby the Beak. He testified at the family secrets trial that James Turk Torello sent him out to Vegas to the infamous Stardust Hotel to pick up $87,000 cash from an associate of Lefty Rosendahl. He's also the man that, on one score, he came back out and said he doesn't do dogs, meaning he'll do pretty much everything else except kill a dog. Bobby the Beak. No, I never met Jimmy, but I definitely remember all the stories my dad used to tell me about him. Um, he passed away at the young age of 49 years old from cancer at Northwestern Hospital. And if it wasn't for the cancer, he definitely would have been the boss of the Chicago outfit back in his day. This is James Turk Torello, RIP.